Just want to take a moment and have you think about something that's important for all of us. Uh, there's a vast difference between, uh, let's say, the word can't and won't. Now, the Bible is full of, and certainly in our own lives, there are many things that we just simply can't do. I can't, I can't buy, you know, something that is very expensive because I, quite frankly, don't have the money to do so. I can't I can't run a marathon. Uh, don't have the wheels for it anymore. Uh, I can't. Let me see. I can't really balance that well on one foot the way I used to. Just don't have the ability nor aptitude to do that the way I used to. There's a lot of things I can't do. Um, if you talk to Sue, I can't get on ladders anymore. That's that's probably wise. Knowing my history of accidents, that's probably the best thing for me. But there are lots of things that we can't do. Um, I can't tell you what tomorrow holds. I can't tell you what the future is going to be for any one of us. But that's a far cry from won't. Now, I think in many parts of our life, uh, it's not a can't, it's a won't. Like, I just simply won't do these things. Now, for those areas in our life that are can'ts, that's actually not a bad place to be. Because if God asks us to do something, uh, having it be something that only He can satisfy, or give you the means to do it, or bring all the circumstance together, that's a pretty cool place to be. I think for most of us, that's the nexus that we live in. That there are many things that we can't do, don't know what's going to happen, can't project these things, can't say that it'll be one thing or the other, but I can trust God. I think there's some brilliant examples of this, but one of the best is obviously Abraham. There's others, and there's many of them in the Bible. But think about it. He was told in Genesis 17 that, well, actually back in Genesis 15, he was going to have his own child. Even though they were old, God waited even longer. In Genesis 17 showed up and said Sarah was going to have a child. She laughed. God said, "Why are you laughing? It's going to happen. Nothing's impossible with God." Uh, and you know what? A year later, Abraham has a child. He's told in chapter 22 to take that child and offer it. He uses the same faith that got him through to the birth of Isaac for that moment on Mount Moriah, where he placed his son on the altar, trusting in Hebrews 11:19 that God could raise him from the dead if necessary. It's the same God that gave him a child when Sarah's womb was dead. He believed in Romans 4 and verse 17 that God can say that those things that are not actually are. So he was unable, but yet God was able. He trusted. Isn't that where we all have to spend the majority of our life? Are we trusting in our fortunes, in our mental acuity, the decisions that we make, the things that we've done, or are we trusting in Christ? In all honesty, when Jesus said in Matthew 6, verse 19 and on, look, where you place your treasures, where your heart is, it's a very important thing for us. We trust in Christ. We trust Him. We realize that we really aren't able to decide our tomorrow. That lies in His court. He's the one that decides all these things. We trust Him. We use our understanding and our relationship to Christ in the moment and His Word to guide us in the details of this life. But when it comes down to just the bare necessities and the basic issues of life, aren't we trusting him for everything? Aren't we trusting that he'll keep us healthy, that he'll guide us, and that in our walk with him, that the decisions that we make will be wise decisions that complement his will and purpose on this earth? Aren't we trusting him for our families ultimately? For our own, relationships? For the outcome of all the endeavors that we have in this world? Aren't we trusting him? Have any of us, by being anxious about these things, been able to add any, length of days or, height to have we added anything to ourselves by worrying about these things in Matthew 6, verse 25 and on? No. We trust in him. And in so doing, we take a lot of things that can't, but God says they are. I can't, but he can. And that's a far cry from a won't. I just simply won't let him use me in such a way or do this in my life. I won't. It gets pretty hard for those guys. That's the song that Pharaoh sung. That's the song that King Saul sung. That's the song that so many, the Pharisees, sung. Jesus said, look, I would have brought you to myself, but you just simply would not. Let's just trust Christ for our life, for this day and for our tomorrow. He's been faithful, and he always will be. Till next time, friends, God bless you.